What is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on the Sunburst once again, but we sadly are taking the whole car apart because I have very unfortunate news of the car. I got pushed into a guardrail by an SUV. Don't even know who was driving it because I got stuck on the guardrail because I chose to stop, but I also chose guardrail over getting ran over by an SUV. They were four wheels into my lane, so full restoration coming. There's gonna be different levels of restoration on this car because I do want to restore the undercarriage and the engine bay, but that's not gonna be at this point because I also just want to get this car back on the road right now because I really miss driving it. So I gotta get the car painted. I did, however, get really, really lucky and I managed to find brand new in the box an OEM Fender. So, see that? Mazda. I'm super hyped about that because I was not willing to put a reproduction fender on this car because they never, ever fit right, ever. It is a guaranteed shitty fitment. So I got an OEM fender. I do have two picks of doors here. I got my white one and this Mariner blue one. The white one is off my OG car actually, and it's actually really straight. Mariner blue one's pretty straight. Haven't decided which one I'm gonna use yet. The Mariner blue one actually came off of my ex's car when she totaled it. So that's funny. I kind of forgot I even had it. It was just sitting on the back of my shelf because I got a pile of doors for these cars. As you can see over there, you can see the side of a British Racing green door over there, which is destroyed, but I still have it because it has all the internals in it. Only sucky part is the quarter panel is going to need work. Not the end of the world. It's not that bad. I can fix this really quickly. I'm not going to paint the hard top. I'm just going to do more paint correction on it, because it is the original original Sunburst hardtop and it is more valuable that way, and I don't really want to paint it. But I'm gonna be painting the entire car. So in this video, I'm gonna start taking this car apart by the interior. I mean, I'm gonna pull most of the interior out, the soft top out, everything that we can get out because I'm not risking to get any overspray on anything on the interior. Sure, I could leave it in and it can be painted that way. I know it could be. I'm also really good at taking the interior out of these cars, so I'm not too worried about it. I went ahead and cleaned my office up today, so I actually had a place to store some of the stuff like the seats and other stuff like that. Because I'm also gonna pull the windshield out so I can properly paint the A-pillars, windshield frame, whatever you wanna call it, because it's a convertible. It needs a new windshield desperately anyway, and the seal's cooked as well, so it's a win-win there. I wasn't really gonna originally paint this car for a long time. I was planning on pre-painting it, but it is just a matter of it was not the time yet. But I guess now's the time because it's got faded bumpers, faded mirrors, the trunk lid's all effed up. But it is a real Sunburst car, verified with Mazda, which is sick, so sick. Look how minty this interior is. Look at that, dude. I love this car. As you can see, that's the worst of it is there's a pinch. So I gotta work that out of it, which sucks. So I need to put the new fender on, the new door on, and that way I can get everything to be properly lined up in the back, see how far I actually need to pull it out. Yeah, we'll see how far we get tonight. It is already like 9 o'clock, so yeah, it's 8:50 in the evening. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started by taking the interior out. I'm gonna throw you guys on a tripod and get that time lapse going. I'm really curious how long this takes me. All right, so we got the dash out. I stupidly broke this because I know to take the turn signal stock off and I didn't do it. So I broke it. That really sucks. Whatever. I need to loop the heater core lines because I got to pull the heater core unit box out to get the carpet out. So that's fun. I really don't want to pull the carpet. I don't want to pull the soft top either, but I have to. I don't want to do this. Whatever, the dash 30, I'm already committed, right? All right, got the heater hoses off. Got it just looped with this piece of heater hose I had laying around. That was a pain in the ass. Those spring clamps were really on there, and it doesn't help. I'm pretty sure these might actually be the original heater hoses. I will be replacing these. Do not worry, I'm actually gonna do a whole hose kit on this car. But yeah, that was stupid. So it's bypassed now. We can pull the heater box out and finish most disassembly tonight, hopefully. Jeez. I was getting irritated. All right, I've gotten to a point tonight where I'm done with this. I'm gonna finish bagging up some of the small stuff. I'm gonna move all the interior into my office, and then I'm gonna get out of here for the night because it is now officially 11 o'clock. So, yeah. God, this sucks. I really wish I didn't have to do this to this car right now, but whatever. It'll be really pretty when it's done. I just have to remember that. All right, and let's clutter my office right now. Like my sim setup. I'm probably gonna put all this stuff in some totes, or a tote at least. I just, for right now, for tonight, I threw it all in here because I wanna go home. It's getting late. I need to lock up, but yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next clip in like 0.3 seconds. All right, we are back here the next day, and I think I'm actually getting sick, so ignore if I sound a little shitty, and my brain isn't working 100%. I also, because of that, forgot to record some of this stuff. I finished stripping down the interior, got the soft top out, got all the other trim bits and pieces off. I actually need to put the dash bar back in. I took it back out. Look how pretty this car is underneath. So great. Also proves that it's real sunburst yellow, right? Everything's yellow. It's pretty great. Pretty sick. Okay, let's try that again. I forgot the nut there and there. Come on. Now you wanna. Come on. There it goes. Yep, definitely the first person to ever take that off of this car. That is actually insane. Okay, we're just gonna nicely put that somewhere in my mess of shop because we don't want this to get warped. You need to put that somewhere safe. Look at it. It's faceless. It took my mouth. Wow, you can tell I'm the first one in here because even the original tape is still here that held the foam bumper on. Whoops. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Wow, it is so gross. Nasty. But now we can get the fender and the door off and hopefully fit the new fender and the new door on and see how everything lines up and go from there. All right, let's go ahead and take the fender off, and definitely the first person to ever do this on this car. Definitely the first person to do this on this car. Still remnants from when this car was sitting in the yard that it was in because it was sitting on a pile of trash. That is a cat food can lid. Ew. But gotta love a California car. It was sitting for 20 years and still rust free pretty much, which is actually insane. So this is gonna go on the wall of shame that is up there behind my Cherokee, my Grand Cherokee, sorry. Yeah, wall of shame for this. All right, let's get the door off. I'll probably throw you guys on the tripod and time-lapse me getting the door off and the other one fitted. So, progress. All right, we got the door off, we got the fender off. I went ahead and left the hinges, the original hinges on. Hopefully they're not damaged from the impact. I doubt they are because it has its currently welded washer on. Hopefully this will be the correct alignment for the body. If all else fails, I can cut these tacks and we can readjust it. That's not that big of a deal. I'm just hoping right now that it works. So as you guys can see, this is the front of the damage. It's pinched, which sucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my extra white door on, which is probably gonna be the permanent door for this car because it's the straightest one I have. and see how things line up. Like I said, I might have to just cut these welds off. That's fine. Okay, well, it looks like shit because white door, but it's on. Alignment's pretty close. It is just a little in too much with these hinges. I could try those ones, but I'd rather just cut the tacks and properly adjust all this as it needs to be. But it's pretty close. All this actually still lines up body line wise here. But now that you can see, because the door is actually level here, not so much in the top here. I don't know what, maybe adjust the bushing or the striker. But you can really see how pushed in it is now, which really sucks. All right, got you guys on the stand. Let's go ahead and fit the OEM Fender, which is so sick. A little back on the box, but that is it. Open the door. Now it's like it's a factory part. Okay, I don't even have the lower bolts in or that bolt or the back bolt, and just because OEM body panel, look at that line right out of the box. It's not perfect, but it's damn near it, which is sweet. This hinge is bent, I'm noticing, so I need to rebend it down. Door definitely needs to come out. It is way too far in. And the fender needs to come back a little bit. It's like, nah, yeah, so the fender needs to come backwards a little bit too, if it's possible. All right, wrapping it up for the night. Got the bumper pushed back on because these things warp really quickly, so I didn't want to leave it on the ground. The place is a disaster, but sunburst is gonna be fixed sooner than later, which is sick. So I'll see you guys up here tomorrow, and we'll get more work done on this thing. Hopefully get the body panels perfectly aligned, and hopefully maybe even start work on the quarter panel. All right, we're back the next day. This is day 3 of working on this car, trying to get this thing restored and get it ready for paint. I brought my stud gun and slide hammer up here. Yes, it's not the absolute best tool to do this job. It's what I have. It will work. I'm not too worried about it. I just got to get this unpinched, and I know I'll be able to do it. I just got to first start by knocking all the Bondo off that's here, because as you can see, there's already body filler, which is really, really lame. So I also don't know what I'm gonna uncover when I knock all this off. I'm just gonna knock all the paint off in this area, kind of bring it back and just probably to the body line for right now, and just get it all out of here. See how much Bondo is actually, in here, because I do see some down here as well, which sucks. We'll see how much damage is actually in this quarter panel right here. I'm kind of scared. Oh, I already see a tear in the metal. Shit, I don't know, you guys see that? There's light coming through that. That's a bummer. So there's definitely gonna be some serious repairing here. That sucks, God. All right, so you can see the previous repairs on this quarter panel coming up to show. You can see where previous studs were already welded. You can also see how thick this damn Bondo is. According to Jimmy Oakes, he just made this video on his Porsche the other day, that he's putting the Maserati motor in. If you heat up Bondo, apparently, it's gonna fall off. So we're just gonna cook this shit and see what happens. You don't wanna heat the metal up too much though either. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the trick right there, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. Good to know. Nice. Oh, dude. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you. Never really thought about doing it this way before. All this paint's coming off anywhere, so it doesn't matter. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, how much Bondo do we actually really have here on this entire quarter panel, right? This sucks, especially because there's already previous damage here. All right, well, you guys are on time lapse there. We'll just keep doing this and try to get it all off. Okay, well, I'm a dumbass. The freaking GoPro died and I thought it was rolling, and look at what I did. It like mostly pulled out, so that's sick. Definitely a lot of damage here from the previous repair that was already done with this exact same tool. So we're working with what I got here. I do need to weld that up a little bit in there and grind it down because there's a hole. This is gonna have to have filler on it again no matter what. There's no way around it. Unless I really like spend the time, or just replace the quarter panel because the metal's so mangled here. So whatever, I need to go get another battery for the GoPro. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's definitely gonna be not perfect, but you'll be able to tell once everything's done. So technically speaking, I could buy a whole other corner panel. You can get them off of Miata and everything. If I feel like it, I might do it that way, but at this rate, I think this is pretty good. I need to cut all these off now and grind them down, so. Okay, I've been scraping and pulling, and things are definitely lining up a lot better. I don't know if I added in the last clip, but I did end up tearing the quarter panel, which really sucks. I can repair it, it's not the end of the world. I might change my door to the blue one. Because this thing, that dent I was showing you guys, I was like, oh, you know what? We can just throw a stud on it really quick and just bop it really quick. Blew a hole right through it with that thing. I don't know what this steel is. Also, I just realized I burned the tips of my fingers. You see the glossiness? Skin's all like tight. So I did a repair job. It's like, okay, I could keep working this and actually make it come back. It's like totally fixable, but if I just put that door on, it's gonna be less time than repairing this properly. And I'm scraping all this off because crystal white, you gotta scrape all the paint off of a crystal white door, which sucks. Or crystal white in general, because Mazda use such shit paint quality for their prep work on crystal white cars, it never stuck properly. So I'm considering just swapping my door right now, which is really annoying. Main reason why I also wanted to use the crystal white door was because white is a lot less visible behind yellow than blue is if a scratch happens or something and it wants to show through. So I don't know, I mean, the outside of the door is gonna get completely knocked down anyway and primed, but this is sucking. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna swap the doors again, which sucks because I've already put a bunch of time and effort into this door. But at the same time, I'm not very happy with the way this door is coming out. And the blue door might fit better with the Fender anyway. The car this was on was wrecked, so it's like 50-50 anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap the doors really quick and go from there and see how much better the blue door fits, the condition of it, and we'll go from there. All right, I got the blue door on. Very great decision. It actually fits way better on this chassis. The lines here are perfect. This line here is like perfect. The leveling is perfect. Definitely the door we're going for, even if it needs a little more repair in the end than the white one, whatever I did with it. Yeah, this is the right choice. Definitely the right choice. It fits goddamn perfectly. Amish Paradise just came on in my AirPods, so that's great. I didn't plan that. That's hilarious. I'm not even kidding, look at this. That's funny. So, okay, looks like we're going with the Mariner Blue Door after all. Cool. All right, whatever. Yeah, it was funny because that was my original plan to use this door on this car anyway. So I guess it's just what is meant to be. All right, so I'm kind of starting to make the decision I might end up replacing this whole quarter panel. It's so effed up. Like, focus camera. It's just tearing every time I try to work with it. I'm having to add a bunch of metal onto it. Mazda does still sell this quarter panel. I don't know how complete it is because the Mas Miata one is this whole piece up until here, and I really don't want to have to graft one on. I'm hoping if the one that Mazda offers is a whole one, so I can drill all the spot welds, just completely swap it on and off. So there's no grafting lines that I have to do because it's a lot more body work still, which is really annoying. That just died. I gotta clean this right now. Yeah, or I can find a parts car that somebody's parting out that does not have rolled fenders that I can just cut the whole corner off and steal it. This is gonna suck. Yeah. This is a lot more work than I was expecting, but it's about what I was expecting. It's just not a project I wanted to do right now. Alright, you guys, I forgot to record an outro for this video. I stopped filming everything after that point because at this rate, I've been searching for a new quarter panel, and I have not found one yet. I am going to probably end up having to buy an entire car to take the quarter panel from, which really sucks. As you guys can see, I also got a haircut since that last clip. My footage has been everywhere. I apologize for not uploading for almost 4 months. This is my first video in that long. This is going to be uploaded on the 30th of January. I didn't upload since what, October or something like that. Got really busy, lost motivation to do things, a whole bunch of shit like that, right? And now I'm out here at 1 in the morning recording my outro for this video because I'm like, I need to upload more. So yeah, Sunburst project really sucks. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I'm doing on the side as well. The other projects I'm doing, I got a daily right here. You can kind of see the race car on the other side of that one. Got the Saab. You guys don't know the Saab, really. I haven't really showed it much in videos other than maybe background. This is my 87 900 turbo convertible. Love this car. It is my Sunday cruiser. Well, my once a month Sunday cruiser. I am leaning against the car because my shoulder's tired. I don't want to ramble too much. I'm trying not to talk as much in these videos, and I still am. I just blab too much, and I know it's not as interesting for you guys, and I apologize. I just like explaining what I'm doing, alright? It's just the way it is. But anyway, forever who's stayed this long, I appreciate you for sticking around and watching my content that has waited 3 months for a video, almost 4. Stay tuned for more because I am going to be uploading a lot more this year. I have to. I want to make this content YouTube creation thing my career. I don't want to work for anybody, and I hate working on customer cars. So we're going to try to push for this. Sorry, I shouldn't say try. We're going to push for this. I got to be optimistic, right? So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.